just doing a bit of a raw recce up in a new spot. This is a little south further from where I pinged that deer the other day. Heaps of sign. I just want somewhere to put the trail camera, even if I just put it on. There's a couple of nice trails, game trails, coming down the ridge. So I might even just leave it on there until I come next time so I can find somewhere better. Anyway, we'll try and find a spot to set the trail cam and go from there. Spoke to deer just before. It's the little red yearling, red. Heaps of deer in the trail cam. One of the photos got 4 deer in it, pretty cool. There's a couple of, well, there's a spiker and then a young stag, 6-point stag, nothing even. Not looking antlers, but small, young. Looking that probably was the stag that me and Nate heard roaring. Certainly not a shooter. But you never know, he could have just been one of the satellites and the big old boys done the deed and buggered off. Hard to tell, but such a nice area in here. Anyway, we'll shoot off and go check. Shoot off and go and check this other spot. I dropped down into this next area and wanted to check out for a while, but it's basically just a jungle. Nice, pretty, beautiful bush, but there's not much happening in here. There's the odd mark, the little ridge leading into it, but then once you get up here, it's just leaf litter, whatever. Leaves everywhere, there's not much sign of anything, so unlikely to come back here. But anyway, we've looked and done now, so move on. So that's a new stag on the scene. He's a bigger bodied one than that other spiker, but he's still just rubbish little spiky head, so I don't really know. I finally found a wallow. I've been looking for a while. It looks like it gets used a lot, but not in the last couple of days. But we'll get a trail camera set up on it in the next few days. I had to speed the hind before it took off the bushes, and then another one ran off a little after that and started barking, and then found another big wallow. So that's pretty cool. Lots of deer marks, lots of trails, game trails, and heaps of signs. So it's pretty nice in here. It's looking pretty good. Well, that was a mean little morning hunt. Found 2 wallows, one really big one. found some entry and exit points for me to get in depending on the wind. And overall it's me, man, I'm stoked. Lots of deer sign, lots of good game trails. We'll get to know this area pretty intimately. Over the next few, I'll go and get the camera from down in the bush in the other spot, bring it up there and check on one of those wallows. Those wallows are pretty good for seeing what's in an area. Just about every animal will visit it at some point, and I'm hoping we get to see what this place has got in terms of stag potential. There's got to be something in there that's decent. There's always that big old gnarly bugger. He'll be around somewhere. He'll be in here. Just came in to pick up the trail camera to chuck on those wallows, and you can sort of see where there's some little bit of scrapey, pizzly, soily shit on the ground, so I'm interested to see what's on the camera. This game trail's crazy. Just went to the other wallow. It's been fresh marked since I've been there last, and but I want to go put on the big one because it looked like it had been used more recently. Wallow's just up here. I could smell it there before, but everything's probably bedded down now, a bit late. Need to be a lot earlier. You never know. So yeah, trail cameras all set up, overlooking this wallow and this little area in general. Looking forward to see where that picks up. This wallow leads directly to the other wallow and a really nice, pretty well established game trail. Heaps of fresh marks all the way along it. There's fresh marks here. Nothing's been in the wallow by the looks of those since I was here last, but I saw two deer this morning, sort of just as I was coming down the bush edge, but I didn't really get, I got a couple of photos, but they were pretty far away, like 150 metres away, so a couple of grainy, far away photos of a couple of deer, just two hinds. Anyway, good to see some deer. But yeah, sweet, it's good to get that done. It's a bit of a mission this morning, but sorted now, so with any luck, you might see something worth shooting. So I'm back at the wallow, and it's been used hard out since I've been here last. I've been here about a week and a half. So, ooh yeah, let's have a look on the camera, see what's there. Alrighty, let's have a look. Through the trail camera, it's just the same buggers as usual. Still got to get them on the way, but nothing we haven't seen before, unfortunately. So it's been a pretty sweet morning. Bumped two deer on the way in down the ridge in the dark. They just took off, did a few barks. I think they just heard me. I don't think they wouldn't have seen me, and I don't think they would have smelled me because the wind was pretty good. And then I got down to my little lookout where I overlooked on the clearing, and I could hear movement over in the bushes, or over in the bush. And I let out a few little hind calls, little fawn mews, and then like 3 deer ran out, and then another one ran out. I don't know whether those calls made them come out, but either way. And they hung around for a little bit. I got a few nice photos and stuff like that. And then they buggered off. Anyway, there was that same bunch on the trail camera overlooking the wallow. Nothing much to report there, just the same usual suspects. And then there was a little family group where I took the trail camera from to bring down here. I got some quite nice trail camera shots of those ones in the daylight, nice colour photos, so that was quite cool. But we're pretty much just back in the process, you know, that usual, you know, sussing out a new area, learning its ins and outs, learning what the deer habits are, and trying to locate a mature stag and see how we get on.